Butter chicken has got to be one of the most pleasing chicken dishes out there. In fact, you can rate an Indian restaurant by the quality of its butter chicken. It was done around the partition days, which is around 75 years ago. Interestingly, it was made to preserve the cooked tandoori chicken because you could not use it the next day. It would become stringy and dry. So what do? They used to add it into a sauce. And all I can tell you is, it is a fantastic idea. Now you may ask me, what exactly is a butter chicken? Now, butter chicken basically is pieces of chicken tikka poached or cooked in a tomato-based sauce with a very specific spice known as kasturi methi, which is the dried fenugreek leaves. Traditionally, it is made by taking extra ripe tomatoes and put into big pots and cooked for a very long time till the tomato reduces down to the right consistency. And as you cook it, you also add spices into them. I'm going to show you my way of making a butter chicken sauce, and what I use is basically a double concentrate of tomato paste. Now this is from a can and it works extremely well. You can use a tomato passata, but that is still a bit runny. Always try and source a double concentrate of tomato because that has a very strong and an intense flavor. Now, because this is such a strong, intense flavor, you don't need to use a lot of it. So I'm going to first start off by putting my stuff into a pan. Now that's a large quantity, so I'm only going to use probably 3/4 of that. In this, I add my paste. The first one to go in is garlic paste. And look at it very carefully. It's all on a cold pan. I've not even started cooking it yet. Ginger paste. Then goes in a little neutral oil. Then the spice powders. We're going to first start with the red chili powder. Then goes in the turmeric powder. Coriander powder. Now again, this is a darker spice but has an extremely nice flavor, but less quantity of coriander. And same thing applies to cumin powder. Then goes in salt at this stage. And now we mix it all together. So just going to bring this to a nice sizzling heat to ensure the raw aromas are removed. Okay. I'm going to reduce the heat down, and as you can see, it is beginning to stick at the bottom. The oil has begun to leave from the sides of the concentrate. I've not used much oil, just enough to trap it together with the tomato concentrate. You see the gloss? You see the shine coming through? You see the edges? That is what I'm looking at. So at this stage, I lowered the heat down, and now I reconstitute the tomato concentrate by adding water into it. So all I'm doing now is I'm reviving the tomato concentrate to the kind of consistency which I want. So stir it all together. Add the water in batches. You don't want to add too much water in one go. Just make sure that you add a little amount to begin with, just to make sure that the tomato just melts or breaks down into the water. So stir that together. No lumps at all. Have a very nice kind of a smooth tomato paste. You don't want to add too much water. You don't want to become like a soup, but more of a nice kind of a velouté or a nice thick sauce consistency. There, you can see that? That is the kind of consistency I want to get. The spices have got mixed quite well. All I'm waiting for now is the water to come to a boil, or rather the sauce to come to a boil. And you can see now, the sauce has come to a nice rumbling bubble. I'm going to lower the heat down. Now I am going to be tasting it to see if the flavors are still raw of the spices and the ginger and the garlic, and I need to get that flavor out. Once the flavor is out, then I start finishing off the sauce. Whoa, nice. I get no undertones or the raw flavors. I can taste the cooked spice. I can taste the tomato right now. It's a very nice, rich, kind of a umami or a big meaty kind of a tomato flavor. That's what I get. Now, a butter chicken sauce, also known as a makhani sauce, has got a nice sweet undertone. And you always need to add sweetness into the dish. So at this stage, I'm now going to add in the sweetness. And the sweetness actually comes from sugar. You need to add sugar. Now, when you add sugar into the warm tomato sauce, the sauce slightly thins down. The sugar melts because it got liquid in that. It melts down. It makes the sauce slightly thinner. It also gives it a very nice shine. This is almost there. At this stage, we would actually finish it off with garam masala and kasuri methi and keep it in the fridge after cooling it down and use it when you want to. So I am going to do it exactly the same way. I add kasuri methi powder. Without this, there is no butter chicken, or there is no tomato sauce, also known as a makhani sauce, which means the butter sauce. This is what makes butter chicken what it is. Without this, it will never have the flavors which you need to have for a butter chicken. This is dried fenugreek leaf, which has been lightly roasted and then powdered into a powder form. Now, when you add this into the sauce takes on a new dimension altogether, and that is what is known around the world as the butter chicken. What I'm also going to add now at this stage is garam masala powder. Time for the last taste to see if everything is done before I add my next ingredient. That's very key. It is the kasuri methi which gives it the most important flavor to the dish. Then goes in the chicken tikka. This is the same chicken tikka which I have taught you in my previous lesson. This is pre-cooked, it's been made, and it now goes into the tomato sauce. Always use pieces of chicken which are even cut, so when you warm them up, they cook evenly and warm up till the core. So you're going to stir that together, bringing it to a boil, but at the same time always keep stirring. Now what has happened is the chicken tikka has gone into the sauce, it is cooking. I'm going to reduce the heat down because it's spluttering everywhere and the sauce has got thickened, which is perfectly normal because some of the marinade from the chicken which has a thick yogurt has also got mixed in. So it will tend to thicken the sauce. At this stage, I add the cream. I need to add the heavy cream or the double cream. So the cream goes in now. There's a reason why I like to use double cream for the dish is because it is much denser, it's much richer, it's also slightly sweeter. The color is not really white like a single cream or a light cream. If you look at it, it is slightly yellow. It's much richer, it's got more fat into it. This dish is a butter chicken. So butter, when you're actually going to cook, you must get a kind of a buttery feel. I don't want to add too much butter into the dish, but I want to have the richness and the creaminess and the fatness, and that comes because of the cream. Hence, you must always try and use a double cream or a heavy or a thick cooking cream. This now goes into the sauce, a generous amount, and we're going to stir that. It thins down the sauce instantly, but you will see the color will change. So a good stir. Time for a taste. And look at the color. To reduce the heat down, vibrant kind of a reddish orange. Butter. I yet to put butter into the dish, but it still tastes like butter chicken. So here we are. Now if you go back to how I started, and I told you earlier, a lot of people add the butter first and they start cooking the tomatoes and the spices and they cook it down and the butter splits and it starts floating on top. Do you see any fat on top? Zilch, you don't see anything. It's still got a very nice creamy feel to it because I have used the double cream or the heavy cream, which gives it a very nice buttery feel. The dish is still very flavorful, but is not heavy to eat. At this stage, I add the butter. And whenever you add butter, never add it into melted form or into softened form, always into slightly firmer or cold butter. But once you add butter into it, it will begin to melt. And as soon as the butter melts, all I would do I would stir the butter into the sauce. It's a very classic old age French technique known as monter au beurre, means adding butter at the very last. The reason for that, the butter does not split. You put it into your dish last, you stir it off the heat. What the butter does, it spreads across, it gives a very nice shine or a sheen or a gloss to your dish, gives it a very nice kind of a sexy, luxurious kind of a finish to the dish. But what it also does, it lines your palate of your lips when you're eating. That sticks onto your palate. That is the kind of a texture the butter will give to the dish, and that is what makes the butter chicken so Moorish and delicious. Again, look at the quantity of butter that I'm putting. Hardly a tablespoon and a half for 3 people. So all you're going to eat is basically half a tablespoon of butter, and you still get the most flavorful butter chicken. And all I want to do now is I'm going to stir the dish and make sure that the butter just melts into the dish and makes it nice and bright. Okay, so now time to plate up. So a little effort goes a long way. I'm going to now pour in the sauce. To finish it off, I'm going to sprinkle some ginger juliens. Literally drop them onto the chicken. A little sprinkling of coriander leaves. There you have it. A very iconic dish and probably one of the most pleasing chicken dishes in any Indian restaurant. We judge restaurants by its butter chicken. You're going to judge my BBC Maestro course on this butter chicken.